everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope you guys have had so much fun so far. Can you guys believe it? We've already raised $1,237 for GLSEN, and that to me is absolutely amazing. It is our inaugural year with GLSEN. It is our first time doing a summer charity event here with the Black Collar Collective, and it's a really great cause, and I can't believe that we've already hit all of our goals out of the water. I hope you guys enjoyed Vulgar's stream. I laughed my ass off during Vulgar's stream, and him breaking that keyboard. Please, you guys, you got to go back to Vulgar's stream and watch it because it's absolutely amazing. But welcome in, everybody. If you guys don't know, this is part of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast. We do the podcast once a month in my channel, and during the charity events, me and Meso both host part of the charity that we do for the Black Collar Collective as our segment for the podcast. So yeah, so tonight is a podcast night. We play all sorts of things, but we do a podcast once a month. But when it comes to the charity event, we do the podcast here. We already had 2 people win both my pins, well, buy both my pins pretty much, or donate both my pins. And so we have the amazing Nambin who got both my pins. So if you guys see it, you've got the top pin over there, which is the Daku wand pin, which is actually supposed to be a pipe. If you look at it close enough, it's actually designed after a pipe. And then right over here, you can barely see the Dakubara, but it's the Dakubara switch. These pins were limited edition. These were my 1-year anniversary gift to myself for my stream journey for 1 year. I changed a lot in the year. I went through some mourning and grieving in that first year streaming. And I have really had a great 3-year journey for this. It's been amazing, and I've been with the Black Collar Collective for pretty much my entire streaming career, and we've done so many charity events, and all of them are close to our hearts. We care about our next generation and making sure they have a better future than what we had. We're trying to make a better future for them than what we had, and I'm hoping that they will also reach out and make a better goal for themselves. So the Black Collar Collective is an organization of amazing creative minds that gathered together and decided they wanted to make sure that there's a better future. You know, we're always focused on the next generation and making the next generation better, whether it be with focusing our efforts in raising money for charities that focus on the youths. If not that, like we do AIM Youth Mental Health on the springtime. That is our springtime charity. And then we also do, well, now we've got GLSEN for summer. I'm not sure, you know.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yep. I'm so floored by how crazy you guys, and thank you for that. And we also have our October charity, which focuses on breast cancer, which breast cancer affects men and women. So we focus on that in October. And in December, we do a holiday special where we all do something cute and quirky. And it's a shorter segment, and it's just like a the close Black Collar Collective family. And we try and focus our efforts on raising money for Toys for Tots. So like I said, the Black Collar Collective is this amazing group of people that just want to make a difference in the best way that they can. And I am so proud to be a part of it. Okay. We're getting it together. So welcome in, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the topics that Meso covered and the topics that Foxy covered. We covered the Kappa, which is the Yokai Kappa, which are little booty hole eaters, apparently. And we covered the elegant and beautiful Kitsune Yokai, which is absolutely amazing. And for me, we will be focused on the Bakeneko and the Nekomata, which are the cat yokai, or one of the cat yokais. So I'm not... But like I said, I always get excited when we do the charity events for these. We, like a lot of the people that come in and join this, really try and do something unique and special for you guys to help you guys see that we want to do something good and to, like, you know, hype you guys up for a great cause and bring attention to people that need that. So we're just getting started, and we have lots of plans in the future of getting better and better, and that is our goal. So we appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for everyone that came in. Thank you for everyone that rated during Meso's channel. Thank you for everyone that donated throughout the day. It's only like stream number 4 for the calendar, or for the schedule, and you guys have already, like, whew, sliced our goals and like just knocked them out of the park. So thank you. This is also going to be our very first charity event where we are going to have someone from the organization coming in and speaking about the charity, which will be in Drag Vega's channel tomorrow. If someone can please shout out my amazing husbando Vega. Jonathan. But yeah, so I've got Jonathan and Namvin's pins here. I'll reach out to you guys later so I can mail you guys the pins. But you guys have two very special pins, and like I said, it's all we could really offer, and I hope you guys really enjoy them. And if not, you did something great for GLSEN. So thank you for that. So let's go ahead and get unmuted over here and say hello to my beautiful Meso and my beautiful
Oh my
Foxy.
God, Jonathan. Holy shit.
Seriously, popping
We are
off with those
slaying these
donos.
goals. Oh my
Seriously,
God.
thank you. Oh my God, you guys, you broke me. You broke me, and I really appreciate
Don't.
it.
If you cry, I'll start crying.
I know. I was
Everybody
trying not to,
I'll
because if
start
I cry,
crying.
you cry, and if you cry,
The
I
makeup-
cry.
Look at all this
I already
eyeliner
cried
and
once
shit.
today.
Don't you fucking dare. Because
Don't.
the cream pies are already gonna fuck us up. My makeup's already gonna be burning my eye holes. We gotta wait to the end though. We at least gotta get to the end
God.
before I get burning eyes.
Yeah,
So
right.
wow. Okay, so for those of you guys that are new to what this is the Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast. We talk about everything strange, unexplained, paranormal, supernatural, and we stream once a month. The podcast is episode 10. We started this in October, and we're already in episode 10. We're gonna be in our 1 year
We're almost a
anniversary
year
before we
in,
even
yeah.
know it. We have it on
God.
Spotify, and Spotify, you do have past episodes, and in some of those episodes, you'll hear us talking about the previous charities that we did that for. So you'll see a little intro and a little chat about what AIM was and what the Black Collar Collective is and what Toys for Tots is and what Keep Abreast Foundation is. So we have like special episodes on there that discuss the charities that were covered during that segment, because we do want this to be a visual podcast, but we also want to have the people that want to drive and listen to a podcast. So Spotify is the best option, and Spotify, they're formatted a little differently so that they're a little more bite-sized. But anyways, welcome in everybody. I'm so glad to see you guys here. I am excited to talk about my yokai, which are the Bakeneko. And so this is a Bakeneko. As you can see, it is a ginormous cat. Yeah, isn't it? So a Bakeneko, or a Bakeneko, means monster cat or demon cat. So the Bakeneko are yokai, more specifically a kaibyo. Kaibyo means strange supernatural cats. There's actually a book that I wanted that I couldn't get because they're sold out everywhere, and they're being auctioned off on freaking eBay for $300. Like this $26 book is being auctioned off for $300. Everywhere I've looked, I couldn't find it. I found a different one that's kind of similar. Oh my God, hold on. I can't believe I didn't grab it. Hold on.
Oh.
She looks fucking adorable.
Doesn't she?
God damn it.
I'm back. Oh, thank
Damn, y'all are blowing it
Oh my
tonight.
God, Kate, stop it, you cute bitch.
So, because I
our
couldn't get
waifu.
the Kaibyo book, which is what I really, really want. It's also really popular because it has a lot of beautiful artwork in it. So I got Divine Felines, which also has a small segment that talks about the Bakeneko, but most of my research I did on Google, and this is the one book that I have that I did my research on. I really wanted the Kaibyo book, and I'm really sad that I didn't get it. But someday I'll get it. Someday I'll get it. So anyways, the Bakeneko is often confused as another kaibyo called the Nekomata. But the reason for this is because the Nekomata is actually a variety of Bakeneko. Actually, it's more like an evolution of the Bakeneko. They are considered to be the older versions of the Bakeneko and are known to be more powerful and more evil than a Bakeneko. So a Bakeneko turns into a Nekomata around like a specific age. They turn into a Nekomata. I think it's like 30 or 40. When the cat turns 30 or 40, they turn into a Nekomata. And when they transform into a Nekomata, their tails split into two. And so they end up having two tails. So
okay. So hold on. Sorry to already interrupt you, but
Yeah,
So
it's fine.
with what you and LilFoxxy have already talked about tonight, like it
Mhm.
really reeks of Pokemon evolutions.
It really does.
It really does.
Actually,
Like
there's a
so
lot
much
of
the
Pokemon that are
influence.
inspired by the
Mhm.
Bakeneko and the Nekomata, but the one that most people remember is Espeon. Espeon is one of the first
Mm.
Nekomatas introduced in the anime. And then, of course, you've got the other
Umbra
starters.
and Espeon are my favorite, and then
Yeah.
Gengar.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. So, actually, yeah, so the psychic type Espeon is actually a Bakeneko. So,
But they both
That's
like have
amazing.
that evolution where like they hit a certain age or this or that and they transform.
mhm.
So that's very cool. I love that they took it feels like they really took that from a lot of the yokai.
Oh, Bakeneko is Ghosty Cat, but no, we're talking about the Bakeneko and the Nekomata. So that's what we're focusing on. So to begin with, there are a few reasons why cats are seen as yokai in Japan or in Japanese mythology. Because of their very large eyes, they constantly change with cats now that we know and we're educated. Their eyes change based on the light. So they'll have like slit
Right.
pupils to large ones, and so, because their eyes changed frequently, it made them think that there was something supernatural about the cats. But that's not the only thing, okay? They also talk about how they can retract their nails, so they can bring in their nails and bring out their nails, so they can like bring out their nails and bring in their nails, and their nails disappear. So that's another thing that made
Ooh.
them think that they're very kind of like, oh, they have claws that appear when they're mad. And then they also think that the way the cat's tails move are very hypnotic, and they believe that cats can use their tails to hypnotize a person. And
Interesting.
they also don't. They also find them kind of intimidating. On top of all of this, their purrs, which lull people into a false sense of security and actually relaxes people. And they believe that that the Bakeneko specifically do that to lure their prey into a sense of security, so they can attack. They also
Ooh.
get
Okay.
another thing that made them think of cats being supernatural, or cats just being supernatural in general, is the fact that back in the day, like, well, still to this day, they can sometimes pet a cat and get shocked.
Oh, the static shock, yeah.
Oh
hmm
yeah.
Love
So
that.
that makes them, so it's got claws that retract, it's got eyes that change, it's got like it purrs, its tail hypnotizes you, and then on top of that, you know, they what was the word that I'm sorry, I lost my notes here. The static. They get shocked if you pet a cat.
Oh shit.
So, and so they also found it very unusual that the cats are able to see in the dark and travel swiftly and silently in the shadows, going around you unnoticed. Their speed and agility and their untamed nature seems to show some kind of unnatural power. And then they also seem to have this intelligence. And the fact that when you try and tell a cat what to do, they won't obey you
Yeah, they
like a
don't fucking
dog
listen.
would. And
Yeah.
so
Nah.
another thing is, because of that form of intelligence and the fact that they're untrainable like dogs, and they're very independent creatures that primarily work in the night, things that bump in the night, you know the saying. So to make things even worse is cats, even though they're so small, have the ability to even frighten larger animals such as crocodiles, dogs, and even horses. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the videos of a cat challenging a gator for a piece of chicken that was thrown there, and the
I
cat
have seen that
wanted it,
one.
and the gator
Mhm.
tried to approach it, and the cat was like
Went pop pop.
yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
they're just like, there's
Mhm.
just something not right about cats, and so they are often seen
I
as
love
supernatural
it
because
so
of that.
much. I love it. They just don't they don't give a fuck, dude.
They really don't.
They have the least shits to give. I
hmm
just love it. But they can be
Casually
so
looks over to my
affectionate too. I
kitten.
love cats.
hmm
Yeah. I say my
And
cat
so,
Coley, like, hey.
with all of these descriptions of what cats do, I can understand why you would think that they were definitely something supernatural, or like it just
Oh
seems,
yeah.
because it's so believable, especially back and then, it's one of those things. But tales of the Bakeneko go as far back as 1182 to 1333 and was often
Damn.
associated or seen within temples. And it became more popular during the Edo period, which was around 1603 to 1867. And
Hey.
there would be stories of Bakeneko appearing in different essays and and they're often mentioned as strange and mysterious. There's bewitching tales that get told about them from various areas. And then they also mention that they're like some of the things that they talk about that the Bakeneko are capable of. Tales of cats with long tails who use their tails to bewitch and hypnotize people like snakes.
I love that.
Then
Ooh.
another thing that Bakeneko can do is if they get treated badly, they can hypnotize their owners and consume their masters. And then after they consume their masters, they can take their master's shape. So not only are they able to hypnotize you, not only are they able to get really, really large and attack you, but they can hypnotize you and lull you and then eventually eat you and take your form.
Oh.
So they
Of
also,
course, classic.
another thing that's dangerous about Bakeneko is that if a Bakeneko jumps over corpses, it can reanimate them and treat them as puppets to do their bidding. So whenever there's a
my.
dead body around, they avoid allowing cats anywhere near them in case the cat is a Bakeneko.
So another example of possession as well, in a sense, just like in Foxy's,
Mhm.
where they would jump into bodies, well, alive bodies in that instance, but still possession, another similarity. That is
Yeah.
a very bad kitty. It's a naughty kitty.
I'm very naughty.
Bad kitty. That's bad.
Another thing.
And yeah, if you didn't see the picture before, Jex, it was a giant.
Oh yeah, I'll
size
show you guys.
cat,
I'll show
or
you guys.
room
Hold on.
sized cat. If I say it was a
Mhm.
huge fucking cat.
Yeah, so
Giant,
that's
ugly,
Big
horrible.
kitty.
so that's
I want
that's
to touch those murder mittens.
yeah, so
I
that's a
would.
Bakeneko. And then right over here is the Bakeneko and the Nekomata right next to each other in the old paintings. And these are just old
Oh.
pictures of
Ooh, I like those.
cats. Yeah, so you'll
What
see
are
that there's a
those?
Bakeneko and a Nekomata in the same area. Let's see. They've got a lot of really beautiful artwork for the Bakeneko.
Oh, I love the one on the right. I didn't even notice it's all made out of cats. Like, it's
Yeah,
a
I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
made
notice
out
that
of cats.
either. That was really cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool.
Oh, I love calicos. Oh,
Yeah.
Aww.
40 calicos are my favorite kind of calicos.
All
Calicos
right,
are so cute.
so let's go back over here. Sorry, where's my notes? I lost my notes. So, another thing that Bakeneko can do, aside from get large and do all this stuff, is they can walk around on their hind legs very much like humans can. So if you see a cat walking its hind legs, it's most likely a Nekomata or a Bakeneko. And they also can have the ability to haunt your home and create ghostly fireballs at their feet.
Oh, no.
So they can
Oh.
actually cast
shit.
fireballs and launch them at you if they wanted. And
That's a problem.
they can also speak.
Oh.
And there was an omen that said, if you see a cat licking the oil from the lamp, that something strange or unnatural will happen. But, you know, back then the oil that they used for lamps was made out of
Was it
fish
fish oil?
oil.
Yep.
And so of course the cats are going to be all up in there. So they're like, oh no, something bad's going to happen because a cat licked
Yeah.
the lantern. So
See, that makes me sad too. I feel so bad for cats because, like, in other cultures too, just like I know here, there's the old wise tale that cats will like suffocate babies. It's because cats used to go up and lick the mouths of babies after like being fed, milk and
Yeah.
stuff. So they would, and sometimes some cats would sell on faces, but they weren't. They were like, oh, they're stealing their souls. So cats just get like a really bad rep a lot. I feel like.
I think it's because
like,
they're
bro,
just really
independent.
cuddly.
This
Yeah.
is
If you
bullshit.
think
Yeah.
about it, anyone that's independent or empowered tends to be
Yep.
considered a witch or a bad omen. Hence, all the
So
women
true.
back in the day there
And
were
they make
prosecuted.
you they make you really consent, like they have to consent. Like they're like,
Yep.
no, you're not gonna fuck with me unless I want you to.
Exactly.
People
So
don't like that,
I
I
can
guess.
see why they're afraid of cats, but so how do Bakeneko come to exist? Because Bakeneko is something that a cat transforms into. So it is believed that an elderly cat around the ages of 12 to 15 can turn into a Bakeneko. if it lived a life of cruelty and neglect. After becoming a Bakeneko, it starts to gain its paranormal powers, and if it lives to 40 years old, their tail will split into two tails and then turn into a stronger demon cat spirit called the Nekomata. The Nekomata is larger and stronger and even more evil and vicious than a Bakeneko. They're all, because they have years and years of experience, they also have
Right.
more power. Like the older
That
they
makes
are,
sense.
the more powerful they are, just like the Kitsune. And that's why like their cats, their tails split. I
Mhm.
think it's crazy that that's the same thing. Um, Nekomata are very deceitful and clever, and some even believe that if a Nekomata bit you, you would get sick with an illness called the Nekomata disease. And
No.
basically, when you get bit by a Nekomata, you get this disease, aka rabies. And and
Oh,
Nekomata, yeah. So because of the
Yeah.
fact that they got bit by a cat and they got rabies and they didn't know what rabies was, they believed that
Mhm.
it was Nekomata disease and it was a curse that was instilled to them by the cat's bite.
Mhm.
And then Nekomata are known to develop the taste for human flesh.
Of course, classic.
Mhm.
Why not? You gotta eat
Mhm.
it. Gotta eat people.
So the
Classic.
Bakeneko were so like believed culturally, and people were so afraid of them that they decided to do something quite cruel and sad.
Oh no.
Because they didn't want the cats to have the ability to transform into a Bakeneko, which a Bakeneko has a very, very long tail. So it's an old cat with a very, very long tail, which I think my cat might be a Bakeneko. He's 15 years old and his tail is enormous, by the way, you guys. But he loves me, so it's okay. Um, he loves me and he will protect me, okay? But
See, my cat's she's turning 16 this year, but she's a really big cat, but she's got this little fat nubbin tail. It's not like super nubby, but it's not proportionate to her big body. I'm just like, why? What happened? What happened to your?
It's like, where'd your tail
So
go?
I'm safe. I know I'm mostly safe.
yeah,
I
so
can't say the same since I got a kitten and her tail
so
is
because of
floofy.
the fear of the Bakeneko, it became a practice to cut off cats' tails.
No, not the
Oh,
nubbins.
So I don't know if you guys are
that's bad.
familiar with this specific breed right over here.
I'm not actually.
I am
Yep.
bobtail.
So this breed was
Oh.
actually incited by the fact that they were bred this way after a while, but before they would chop off cats' tails to avoid them from transforming into a Bakeneko and eventually a Nekomata.
Gross.
So
Makes me
Weird.
sad.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
So
really sad.
my mom had a cat that was born with a nubbin tail. I'm assuming it was just like a birth defect.
Mhm.
Or maybe the father, this cat went in and out, so who knows? Maybe the father was like a bobtail like that,
Mhm.
because some of them are just born like that now. Maybe it comes from there, who knows? But uh he was a little black cat and he had weird balance issues because of it. It was very interesting to see how that affects them. And his back was kind of fucked up. But I don't know if
Yeah.
it's just because maybe his tail wasn't developed all the way, so it could have been other stuff too. But
Yeah.
Our
'Cause
kitten Ash, the little gray cat that you guys probably sometimes see jumping in my stream, trying to take over my
Mhm.
stream sometimes.
mhm.
We found her in the front yard a couple years back, like in 2020 is when we found her in the front yard crying.
Oh,
And when we found her, her
Oh.
tail, like the tip of her tail, was broken. And so now she's got a permanent like knot
nubbin.
knot on her tail
Oh
because her
no.
tail broke. And
Oh.
the people that were
Mhm.
that had the cat that had the babies clearly did not take care of the kittens.
Right.
So
Mhm.
we definitely did not return her. And we're like, no, this is
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
fucking
absolutely
cat.
not.
We're
This is
keeping
ours now.
her.
Go away.
And so the next day we took her directly to the vet and had a chip inserted on her and made her our
Right, yeah.
cat. Like we guaranteed that it was our cat. We paid the
This is ours
bill to
now.
get it
Yep.
fixed. We paid the
Mhm.
bill to get it treated. We paid the bill to give it shots. We paid the bill to get the chip inserted, and it became our cat. And now she runs the house. The
Got a
dogs are
good
afraid of
home,
her.
yeah.
The dogs are afraid of her. And you
As
guys
it
see
should
how
be.
big our dogs are. We've got a
Yeah.
German Shepherd Husky, and then of course we've got our little Chiweenie who's smaller than both my cats. Like way smaller than both my cats. My cats are huge,
And that
you
one rules the
guys.
stuffies.
I'm
But
pretty sure I have huge cats, and they're not Maine Coons. I've got a a full breed Siamese and a Siamese and Bengal. So they're not Maine Coons, but they're very large
Right,
cats for
big.
sure. And
I
Ash
feel
just
that.
surprised me. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
With
Ash is a Russian blue.
oh,
Oh,
that's
pretty babies.
beautiful. The kitten I just got, she is a domestic long hair, but we were like, are we sure that she's not, mixed with something else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she is growing so quickly, like it's crazy.
So the Bakeneko was often, discussed in literature and stuff like that, especially during the Endo period is when they just like had a force. Like before it was on the temples, but then there was like written things. And I actually have a favorite Bakeneko story that I kind of summarized for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and read you guys the story of my favorite Bakeneko story. So, uh, it's I think it's a beautiful story, and like I said, it's my favorite. There's a lot of them, but this is my favorite. Okay, so one of the more known stories of the Bakeneko is Nabeshima Bakeneko disturbance. It's a story about the Saga clan in the Heisen province. That's where a second lord named Nabeshima Mitsushigi. He was known as the man who loved to play a game and who didn't take kindly to losing. He was a very poor loser and was offended by a young man that beat him in his favorite game. This young man's name was Raizozi Matashiro. Nabeshima was so offended that that he was beaten by Ryu that he had him killed by his most loyal guard, Kamori. So Kamori, after killing Ryu, brought the news of Ryu's death to his mother. So he went over to visit Ryu's mother to tell him, hey, this is what happened. And he mentioned it to her, and the mother grieved his death. She would cry and talk to her beloved cat about the cruelty and unfairness of her son's death because of the selfish and egotistic Nabeshima. The mother was so consumed with her sadness and anger that she swore that she would haunt Nabeshima for what he had done and make him pay for taking her son. She dressed in white and fed her cat that night, and this is like several weeks later. And
Mhm.
while the cat slept, she killed herself.
Oh my.
Her beloved cat woke up and was saddened to see that
Aw.
her owner,
Whoop.
master, and friend was no longer with them and
Yikes.
was
That's
saddened
super
by the
sad.
loss of their family. So the cat remembered the mother's wishes and vowed to give her the vengeance that she seeked as the cat licked the blood of the mother and ate her fingers.
Oh.
Then the cat
You know,
headed towards Lord Nabeshima's home and wandered about the home and explored the place, searching for the different um, opportunities to fulfill the mother's wishes. So the cat would scout the property and watch the actions that happened in the property so that she can find the best way to fulfill the vengeance that her dear family requested. After a while, she learned that Nabeshima had some very interesting habits, and Nabeshima had a specific concubine, which was his favorite concubine. So one day, the concubine was walking around by herself, and the cat decided, she's by herself. So the cat decided to jump out there and playfully wagged her tail and rubbed herself against the girl's legs, being playful and very much friendly. The girl pet the cat and was playing with the cat, and the cat started to run away and tried to lure her away from sight. So the concubine followed the cat into a darkened area, and there the cat killed her.
right. As
After
it do.
killing her, the cat transformed to her and buried her body under a tree.
Oh snap.
Yeah, leaving her body buried, and then after that, she decided to appear. And that very night, who should ask for her to come to their room but Nabishima? So, the cat visited Nabishima every night, and every night she slowly, while he slept, bit him and sucked his blood little by little, draining him slowly of his essence.
Oh, snap.
And she did this for several weeks. And the guards would scold her, saying that she was too much for the Lord, and was saying that she was responsible for the Lord's poor condition because she was just too much for the Lord. So the guards noticed that Nabishima's health was declining and considered what was happening to him and was unsure what was happening. So they decided to take close guard of the king, or of Lord Nabishima. And so they would watch Nabishima all day, and then they would escort Nabishima in his room. He would request his favorite concubine, and the guards would stand outside and guard the Lord Nabishima night by night to make sure that no one can harm Nabishima. But little did the guards know that the threat was cuddled right next to Nabishima in his bed.
That's crazy.
So one day, one of the guards discovered a body hidden underneath the tree. And upon discovery, they realized this is the Lord's concubine, his favorite concubine. When did this happen? That's when they realized that the concubine that's been resting next to Lord Nabishima was not a concubine at all, but probably an evil spirit. And so they hunted her down. She ran because she's a cat. What does she do? So she ran, and she was caught by the guards. And they brought her to Nabishima, face to face with Nabishima. And Nabishima asked, why? And the Bakeneko turned into the mother of Ryu. And Komori recognized that who the cat was the mother of the boy that they stabbed not too long ago. Lord Nabishima was confused, and the cat tried to launch for Lord Nabishima, but Komori, the most loyal guard, managed to stab the poor little Bakeneko in the stomach.
I was kind of rooting for her. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm not gonna front with you. I'm rooting for the cat.
As
Me
the
too.
Bakeneko slowly died, she transformed from the human form to a small little white cat covered in blood. And Komori thought to himself, how can something so small be the cause of so much tragedy? And that's when Komori recognized that the cat did the same as he, which was just following the orders of their master. He then understood. And that's the story of the Bakeneko.
Another example in one night of big things and tiny packages, you know?
Yeah.
Just murderous tiny things.
So
don't trust the kittens.
So that's a summary of my favorite story. I tried to cover all the topics, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. But I love that story. I love it so much, but it also is like sad, but you kind of understand it. And the way they end it is very telling of just how the culture understands lessons.
Yeah, same. I was definitely rooting for the kitty.
Yeah, me too.
Same, honestly.
I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to be a bummer here, but
Sniffle.
I'm sorry. All right, let me see what I've got next. Okay, so that was the story. That's my favorite Bakeneko story. If you guys want to read about it, it's Nabishima's Bakeneko disturbance. If you guys wanted to look it up, there's different versions and iterations of it, but I feel like it's a very powerful story in itself, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, aside from the fact that it had a very sad and tragic ending. But it's not uncommon.
That's how a lot of those work, though.
It's not uncommon in Japanese storytelling to have sad endings because
Oh,
of
absolutely.
Oh,
their
yeah.
belief systems, and they believe that there is a beginning
What is it
and
called?
there's an end.
Kabuki?
Yes, actually, we're going to get into that soon. So,
Hey!
the Bakeneko in entertainment. So, there was a subgenre in Japanese horror films called the Kaibyo Eiga, or Bakeneko monofilms, meaning monster cat and ghost cat films. And these films were really popular from the late 1930s until the 1960s. There were many kabuki performances relating to the kaibyo, aka the supernatural cats. In the live performances, it usually relates the Bakeneko as a vengeful spirit out for vengeance because of a wrongdoing done. But the theater slowed down on their Bakeneko tales because they found something that they feared much, much more than their many, many stories of different spirits in their culture. World War II caused the popularity of the performances to greatly decline because the Japanese audience found fear in more real entities
Yeah.
with the war.
Bet. Yeah, I fucking bet, dude. Yeah.
But don't you worry. It gained some popularity again between the 1950s to the 1960s because of an actress named Takako Iri, who appeared in a couple of these kaibyo films. One of them is called The Ghost Cat of Arima's Palace in 1953 and Ghost Cat of the Yonaki Swamp in 1957. So let me go ahead and show you our beautiful, where is she?
Hey.
So this is
Now.
Takako Iri.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
she's
so
stunning.
pretty.
Mm-hmm. And she featured in a few of the films that had to do with ghost cats and monster cats, and such as the ghost cat of Arima's Palace and the ghost cat of the Yanaki Swamp. So those are the posters for them.
Whoa.
I love the artwork for the posters.
Those are so cool.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these pictures. I really, really
No,
enjoyed
I love.
my research from this because yeah, like especially hearing about the celebrity, I had to put a little focus on her and how she kind of brought back a little bit of the culture in ghost cat theater. But
I love
after
that.
this, there was actually quite a few ghost cats. So I'm gonna list a few of them. One of called and in 1937 there was one called Arima Neko. And then in 1938 there was the ghost cat and the mysterious shamisen. And then in 1949 ghost cat of Nabeshima. And then 1953 the ghost of Saga Mansion. And then there's the ghost cat of the Okazaki Upheaval in 1954. And then there's the ghost cat of Uma Crossing in 1954. Ghost cat of Goju Seng Sugi in 1956. Ghost cat Wall of Hatred in 1958. Then there's the
Oh.
Black Cat Mansion in 1958. The ghost cat of the Otama Pond in 1960. And then it continues
Jesus.
past 1960 in the
Goddamn.
yeah, there was one called the Kuroneko, which is in 1968, and then the Ghost Cat of the Cursed Pond in 1968 again. Then there was the Blind Woman's Curse in 1970, a haunted Turkish bathhouse in 1975, and that was like the ones that they had for the kabuki theaters.
I did Turkish bathhouse.
Right.
But as you guys
Such a
can
random
see,
shit.
they had ghost cat or monster cat films from 1937 to 1977.
That's
And
crazy.
don't you guys worry, because even though that was it for the kabuki performances that were well known back in the day, the Bakeneko and the Nekomata are very much alive in our
Oh.
cultures today via video
Fuck, that's
games,
funny.
anime, manga, and there's
course.
even something really, really cool that I'll get to after this, which I thought was really, really cool about this specific topic. So, in anime and manga, you guys probably don't know, but now that you guys know what Bakeneko and Nekomata are, I'm gonna name some, and you guys are like, oh shit, I know that. So, I'm sure
Yeah.
some of you have met Bakeneko and Nekomata in some of your favorite animes and mangas. For example, Malmalin in Ranma Half. I'll show you Malmalin.
Yes.
Yep.
Rama.
Malmalin is a Bakeneko.
Oh yeah.
I love Ramna. Vulgar introduced me to this series,
Yep. There is also
and they're remaking it, I think.
Yep. And there's also a Nekomata in Naruto.
Yeah.
There's a
I love
spirit
it so
form
much.
of there's a spirit form of a Nekomata, and then there's the Bakeneko that you see here. So there's also that. Then there's Sango's pet Kirara in Inuyasha.
Also in Yuasha.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute.
Oh, it's so fucking cute. Oh my god. How
And
fucking
then
precious.
there was an awakened form of Luciella's in the Claymore series.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I got
Hoba.
that. Am I supposed to be caroused right now? I don't understand what's happening.
For real.
I didn't know we were doing a smash or pass. I didn't realize we switched over.
And for all of you guys, there is Espeon
Cool,
from the
Espeon.
Pokemon series.
Espeon and Umbreon are my favorite.
Yes,
They're
as you
so
guys can see,
cute.
I've got the shiny Espeon and the shiny Embryon in my emotes.
I have a hoodie of Espeon.
And
Like
then
the ears and everything.
in Yokai Watch, there is quite a few. There's a Bakeneko in the Yokai Watch, and there is a Nekomata. Actually, there's quite a few of them, but I'll show you guys my favorite. So there is in the Yokai anime series, you get to meet this guy named Wampus,
Oh, so
who
cute.
is a
Oh my god, he's
Bakeneko.
so cute.
Wampus is such a good name for that. It feels like a very
Isn't
accurate
it cute?
name.
And
It's
then
precious.
this is my personal favorite. You've got Yokai Watch. You've
Wampus.
got a Yokai, which is Sailor Nyan.
Oh my god.
Nyan.
Oh my fucking god, that one's adorable.
Then you've got a
Fuck.
Nekomata named Gusto, who is a fan favorite right there.
Oh.
Adorable,
Very
sassy, love it.
cute.
Another really popular person that you guys probably recognize by now that actually have quite a few Nekomata and Bakeneko in several of their movies is Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli
Oh,
has a
yeah.
lot of Bakeneko
I was gonna say it
references
looked
or
like him.
Nekomata references, and I'll show you guys. In My Neighbor Totoro, the cat
Yep.
boss is actually
knew
a
it!
Bakeneko.
I would say it looked like that's what I was
thinking
thinking.
about that the whole time you were showing
Mhm.
these things. I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. What about the
So-
Kappas in My
Hold
Neighbor
on.
Totoro?
It's here. Boom.
There it is.
And there's also
So cute.
all the cats from The Cat Returns. All of the cats are
Oh.
yeah. And then you've also got the cat that speaks to Kiki in Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh, Gigi.
Yeah. So
I love
those are
Gigi.
some of those. So that's from our pop culture that you guys would recognize. Those are some of the Nekomata and the Bakeneko that you guys probably didn't know were considered Bakeneko or yokais of all of them. So I just thought that it's really, really
No,
great
that's really
that they
cool,
have
yeah.
that. So on top
That's
of
awesome.
anime and manga,
Wow.
there's also books and literature about the kaibyo. And so one of them is called I Am Cat by Natsumi Soseki, which I will show you. That's an important one for you guys, and I'll tell you why. And then you've got Kaibyo, the Supernatural Cats of Japan, which is the book that I wanted to get that I freaking couldn't get, and I'm just so sad about it. Hold on, let me show you guys. I just can't get it. I want a copy of it, and I can't get it because I want this book in my book collection. I want it, and inside of it is actually a
Oh, it's
lot
so
of
cool.
beautiful illustrations of kaibyo, which is supernatural cats, different types of cats, and a lot of
Mhm.
tattoo artists actually have this specific book for reference in making those kinds of tattoos and stuff like that. So a lot of them actually purchase this book for the artwork within the book as well. So I
That's amazing.
really want my hands on this book, like really
Right.
Understandably
badly.
so.
I
Yeah.
love the best say I love the artwork.
It's the art. If you saw the artwork inside, I don't know if you guys, I don't remember the print style, but it's like the block printing where it's like white and it's like solid black prints on like white pages. That's like what it looks. That's what a lot of the artwork inside of it is.
Yeah.
And then there's one called The Cat Proposed by Dento Hayane, and Nyasan is a Bakeneko in the Haunted Bookstore by Shino Bamaru, which is like which is a short story, and I have a couple of the books. Actually, I have all 4 books for it. And let me see if I can pop up the picture for that. I went crazy and ham with these pictures, you guys. I am so sorry. So yeah, this is the book series. It's a very nice book series for anyone that's interested in a new series. They're short, they're a lot of fun. Yeah, but you can see the giant cat in the background of the 2 people.
Yeah.
With the 2 tails.
Oh, I love it so much, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so stinking cute. It looks like there's a little tiny kitty down there too.
Yeah.
Multiple kitties.
So although you guys recognize the Kappa is really popular, and you know, of course, Kitsunes are really, really popular, but guess what? The Bakeneko and Nekomata are very much beloved yokai in the Japanese culture. But we'll get more to that because I actually forgot to mention them in games. In Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, there's a tribe of Bakeneko, and it's the tribe that Lyre, Leth, and Ranulf came from. In Battlefield 2042, the PAC, the Pan-Asian Coalition, has a futuristic hover tank named the Type 32 Nekomata. In the Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3, Nekomata is one of the main protagonists, summable by the personas. Pretty much in all of the Shin Megami Tenseis have Nekomata, actually. Yokai Watch is focused on yokais, so of course it's going to be in Yokai Watch in all of them. Of course it's going to be in Yokai Watch for all of them. I actually found you guys as yokais, and I'll show you guys.
For it's 1 second. Do not stop. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So Yokai Watch has both a anime and a game. I believe it's a Game Boy Advance game for it. And there's actually a card game called Bakeneko Soul Reaper. So not only is there lots of stories and lots of animes that relate to the Nekomata and the Bakeneko, but there's also a game board. Actually, there's several game boards, but that's the one that I found that has Bakeneko or Nekomata references, you know. But their popularity even maximized more so in 2007. Do you guys want to know why? Do ya?
Yes.
Do ya?
Yes.
All right. So in 2007, Japan decided to start a festival called the Kagurazaka Bakeneko Festival. And this festival is still going to this day. They're going to have one this year in October in the Kagurazaka neighborhood. And the reason this is this festival is celebrated, and why it happens in the Kagurazaka district in Tokyo is because the person that wrote I Am Cat was actually lived within this district, and this book was so popular that it also inspired people to have a festival focused on celebrating the Bakeneko and the Nekomata and all that stuff. So it's called the Kagurazaka Bakeneko Festival.
That's so cool.
In this festival, it is kind of like a mix of like the regular traditional Japanese festivals, but with a Halloween mix. And people dress up as Bakeneko and even yokai for this festival as they partake in the parade. So they dress up as cats. I'll show you some pictures, you guys. Oh my god. Like I said, I went apeshit with the pictures. I'm so sorry, you guys. So
hey, no need to be sorry. We got
here's
the time,
the
right?
festival, and you guys can see someone dressed as a cat, and then you can see
goodness.
a kappa, a little kappa holding it.
I think there's also a Kitsune mask as well, the one on the end.
Yeah, the blue one. So that's why when I saw this picture, and I'm all like, oh my god, all 3 of them
it's
are
all
there.
of us.
So yeah, this is a festival that they celebrate every year in October, and it's a parade that happens down the Kagurazaka district, and they have celebrations and of course street festivals, and there's different foods, and they just celebrate the Bakeneko Nekomata. And because of another thing that made this even more so popular. Oh dear God, my stuffy. Sorry, stuffy.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna put it away. Welcome back, baby. So I'm talking about the
I'm so
festival.
sorry.
It's okay. I'm talking about the festival, the Bakeneko Festival.
It looks like you know what? Go back. I just saw a goddamn Kappa.
Yeah,
as
this
well.
has a Kappa, a Kitsune,
there.
and a Bakeneko.
Right in the
all
front
three
too
of them.
together. How weird.
Yep.
Oh, it has
We're
yours too.
all
Holy
just
shit, it does.
chilling.
Holy shit, it does. Wow, what
So-
are the fucking
Just some
odds
little
of all the
guys
Yeah,
yokai?
so this festival
right?
was started in 2007
What are
and
the
still
odds,
continues
man?
to this day. And Halloween has become very, very popular in Japan. They love
yeah.
Halloween, the concept of Halloween, and they love it so much that they would come up with souvenirs and desserts inspired by Halloween around October. So you'll see shops
I
that
love
have a
that.
bunch of Halloween stuff that pops up because they love Halloween there. And you can even see one of these girls in the parade dressed up as the Kitsune,
Oh,
and
that's
she's
so
got a bunch of
cute.
a bunch of pumpkin
That's
hair
so
clips.
cute. I love.
I-
I love.
So
I
yeah,
love jack-o'-lanterns.
I
am obsessed.
I just found it
Right, me
very
too.
amazing how American culture has like made it to other cultures and
Yes.
is celebrated.
Mhm.
I know that there's I think it's in, I can't remember if it's Russia or Italy, but they actually celebrate 4th of July the same time we do, and they
That's
actually
so
put up
fucking funny.
American flags everywhere. Probably not Russia. Probably not Russia now that I
That's
think about it.
amazing.
But yeah, they
Whatever.
celebrate 4th of July with us because they love 4th of July. And
So-
Japan loves Halloween. Of course,
I must
Halloween.
say, I love seeing that combination of like American like Halloween combined with their traditional cultural fucking like yokai and shit. Like that's so cool.
Well,
Mhm.
the interesting thing about that is in Japan, they have their own version of Halloween, but instead of around it's right before Christmas, and it's called the Obon Festival. And what they do during the Obon Festival is they actually gather together, visit their family, and eat foods together and remember their ancestors. And it's a celebration.
that.
So it's kind of similar about the celebration of the dead as it is like for Halloween or oh my God, Dia de los Muertos, that's another one where it's the same thing. So theirs is called the Obon Festival, and that happens right before Christmas. And I know this is not in the topic, but did you guys know that Christmas is not Obon is celebrated with family, like Thanksgiving is celebrated with family, and Christmas is usually celebrated with family. But in Japan, December or Christmas is considered a day for couples to go out together and celebrate each other. And so what they would
Aw.
do is they would travel around each other. One of the things that they would that's a often thing that they do for they would stay up all night on December 25th and walk around. Places will be open, they'll have Christmas lights everywhere, and couples will go to KFC and buy a bucket of
I know that.
KFC to share. And they would ride the giant Ferris wheel. And this is what they do for Christmas. Instead of celebrating it with family and opening gifts, they celebrate it with their significant other and celebrate love like we celebrate love during Valentine's Day. So I just thought that was
I
really,
love
really
that.
cool.
Cute.
Yes.
I knew that they ate KFC around Christmas time. I didn't realize it was specific for like couples. Like that's adorable, like a cute little that like you said Valentine's kind of like thing. I love that.
Yep, Wino.
'Cause I
So
love
yeah,
going
Wino
with
knows about
Boulder to go look
Obon.
at
Yeah,
lights.
Wino's August. There we go. It's been a while since I've actually looked up Obon. This is just something I knew from when I was like I studied the Japanese culture a lot when I was in high school and when I was in college. And one of my topics, I got my bachelor's in graphics design, and one of my final projects before I got my bachelor's was that we were supposed to create our own magazine and our own website, and my magazine was focused on combining the culture of American culture and Japanese culture in this magazine. And I brought up different celebrations such as the Obon Festival or Valentine's Day for them or Christmas for them. And my my magazine that I made for them also had like different Japanese fashions and the fusion of Japanese and American fashion. So it was a really fun project, but I did a lot of research on Japan. I have yet to visit Japan, but someday I really want to make it to Japan really, really bad. So let's see. There's more pictures over here. Let me see which one I got. Oh, nope, just the Halloween clips and the
I love those hair. I love
Yeah.
it. It's so cute.
Oh, Jonathan, thank you for those. Oh my God, thank you for all those donations. You are insane.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're MVP right now, brother.
So
For real.
Yeah.
Popping off for real.
But
1,400
everybody,
raised.
everybody's been so fucking generous. It's insane how where we're already at. Like, thank everybody so much. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
thank you guys. We're raising money for a great cause. We've already hit our next goal. So thank you, Jonathan, for helping us tip the
1,400.
scale. You guys are killing it. We're going to get
Wow.
pied today and all that
Yeah,
stuff
we are,
after
buddy.
this. But that is the Bakeneko and the Nekomata. What'd you guys think?
Really, really
I
cool,
loved it,
honestly.
yeah.
And so many similarities as well across the board. It's
Kitty.
crazy.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a quick breaker for anyone that needs to go to the ladies' room. We're gonna run the video.
Damn, I was so
Yeah,
close.
We're
I
gonna
was so close.
we're
I
gonna
was like,
go
dude, I have
ahead
to pee
and
so bad.
we're gonna go ahead and play the video for those of you guys that just came in. Welcome in. This is the Thicc and Spooky Ghouls podcast. We are partaking in the Black Collar Collective's inaugural charity event for GLSEN, and we're
Yes.
trying to raise money for GLSEN. And we're gonna show you a little video of what GLSEN is all about. So hang in there, you guys, while we take a quick breather and grab some water, and then we're gonna move on to the Ghoulish Bites section of the Thicc and Spooky
Yay.
Ghouls podcast.
And please, when we switch over to the Ghoulish Bites, we're definitely come and interact with us, chat with us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and show that video, and we'll be right back, you guys.
Yes, we will.
For over 30 years, GLSEN has been the leading national organization working to create safe, supportive, and LGBTQ+ inclusive K-12 schools and learning environments for all students. Our national network of educators, students, and over 40 local GLSEN chapters work to ensure that LGBTQ+ students are able to learn and grow in a school environment free from bullying and harassment, and that all students have the opportunity to fulfill their potential regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, or expression. Based on our research and experience, we focus on 4 core supports: comprehensive policies around key issues for LGBTQ+ youth, supportive educators and schools, student-led clubs, and inclusive curriculum. Unfortunately, right now, that work has become immeasurably harder. Hundreds of anti-LGBTQ+ bills have been introduced around the country, and each day brings new hateful legislation. This is why my colleagues at GLSEN and I are asking you to rise up for LGBTQ+ youth, to amplify the visions and needs for LGBTQ+ young people, and rise up with your voices, your spirits, your consciousness, and your bodies. They need us to stand with them, to help stem the tide of hate that is flowing. They need us to let them know that we will take action on their behalf in places that they cannot, like the voting booth. We are grateful for those who are rising up for LGBTQ+ youth, and we invite you all to join GLSEN in rising up for LGBTQ+ youth today.
I totally meant to do that on purpose, you guys. It was totally planned. It was very much planned, okay? But oh Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But I hope that video gave you a little more background on why this is such a great cause, why we're raising money for this charity. And like I said, we're going to have someone from the organization joining us tomorrow in Drag Vegas chat to talk more about what they're doing and the changes that they're making happen for the next generation, for the younger generation, and for all of that stuff. It's very important, especially right now, as you guys know. Trans rights are like one of the most, like one of the rights that are definitely being it's just being taken completely away, and it sucks that there's so much misunderstanding when it comes to that. So this cause is really, really important, and we really appreciate you guys. I know that we joke around, I know that we laugh and all that stuff, but we really are trying to do something great, and you guys being here means the world to us. Like, time is the most expensive currency in the world, and for you guys to choose to be here and give us your time and celebrate with us and, you know, help us hit the goals that we're trying to make for a great cause, it really is quite amazing to have you guys joining us. So again, we really do appreciate you all being here. We hope you continue to join us for the rest of the charity. Like I said, you've only seen four streams for this entire charity, and you guys have seen great personalities, from Vulgar not getting upset about games to to Nambin just being hysterical. I absolutely adore Nambin. He's a good soul. And to listening to Meso and LilFoxxy's topics. It's great. You're muted, by the way, my dear Meso. And you guys got to learn.
Look at us.
There we go.
Muted.
Yeah.
Oh, muted.
And
I just got back.
We're professionals,
It's
God
okay.
damn it.
We are professional.
I'm a goddamn
professional.
But you guys got to learn about some really cool yokai. I really enjoyed listening to that. We talked about the Kappa. We've got the Kitsune, which you guys all are probably familiar with the Kitsune. And you guys got to learn about the Bakeneko and the Nekomata. And how many podcasts have been muted now? I don't know. It's only the second time I accidentally muted, okay? But then Meso muted too, so that's technically 3.
Yep. It do be like that sometimes.
It happens. It happens.
So we are going to go ahead and move into our our extra segment of the podcast called the Ghoulish Bites. The Ghoulish Bites is where we basically ramble off about what we were just discussing, because we get really excited about the topics that we cover, and we talk a lot, you guys, and the attention span for the average person that listens to Spotify is usually like 60 minutes. So our podcasts go for 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, you know? And so I have to like separate each category as their own episode. And because we only do this once a month, the Ghoulish Bites is just the section where we have all our extra chat, so we can go off and not be stressed about going past the attention span of Spotify. So the Ghoulish Bites is just a segment where we can interact with each other, talk about each other's topics, listen to you guys and see what you guys have to say about the topics, listen to your feedback, listen to any information that you have in relating to our topics. And what we usually do is during the podcast, we'll take notes of something we want to talk about during the Ghoulish Bites that was inspired by someone ahead of us's presentation, and then we just go off and just chat about it. So we can't start the Ghoulish Bites without asking our beautiful guest, LilFoxxy.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite snack?
Ooh. I do, but I can't think.
On the spot. No pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
My favorite snack would probably be banana chips.
Girl, hold on. Hold on. I'm not. Girl.
Oh my
Banana
fucking
chips
god.
are delicious.
I fucking love banana chips.
It's been a long time since I've had those.
Oh, but if you think banana chips are good, if you've ever had plantain chips.
Oh, I have not.
Plantain chips are so good. Plantain chips are so good. Yeah, you guys, I always have snacks next to me because I get really snacky. Like you guys can see, I've got my magical creatures cookies next to my computer.
This is my movie theater popcorn from going to see Deadpool yesterday.
Beautiful.
So,
Which the new Deadpool's
so your
really good, by
favorite
the way.
overall snack is banana chips. That's interesting.
Yes.
Um, For me, I love to eat, but one of my favorite things to eat that most people didn't know about was thank you for that follow, Jai.
Aw.
Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're happy to have you. You're coming in for the Thick and Spooky Ghouls' Ghoulish Bites, and we're here raising awareness for a charity called GLSEN, and we're raising money with the Black Collar Collective, and we're trying to hit all of our goals, which we've hit every single goal that we've gotten so far. So we are so excited. We are so
Yeah, it's
excited.
been an
This is
amazing fucking event
amazing.
so far.
And it's only day 1 and it's only stream
Yes.
number 4. So, did you know that Korea has a famous
Mojo.
folklore about fairy and a
Tell
woodcutter?
me more.
Ooh, Mojo.
Say, I need more
Ooh.
information about
I
this
need
Mojo
more.
Jojo. Give me more. Give me more. I can't do that. I shouldn't sing. Oh,
Tell me,
God.
tell us
Not-
more about
not
it,
on the
Mojo.
podcast.
This is part of the interactive ones,
More,
but
tell
what
me
is
more.
the fairy and the woodcutter? Interesting. I
It
actually
sound- is it a love story?
I
Or
haven't
is
done
it
any
a
research
tragedy?
on any on any Korea any of the Korean cryptids or folklore or mythologies.
That would be a good one, I think, to look into. But say same. I don't
Mhm.
think I would say I don't. Maybe passively because I've looked through a lot of lists, but
Yeah.
Right.
But it's a tragic love story. Oh god. Oh god. Oh
no.
god.
oh no, it's both.
Oh,
It's a double whammy.
It's love with sadness, you know what I mean?
Classic. Of course it
Mhm.
is. It's a real lifetime. Great.
Hold
I
on.
feel like if it's it there I feel like most of the like old stories like that are always, if they are a love story, they end tragically no matter what.
Okay,
Oh,
one
so
second.
true.
For anyone that wants to donate to the charity, which is what we're raising money for, there is the Tiltify link in the chat. Please go ahead and click on that link and it should open it. Someone just sent me a message saying that the QR code's not working, so it's probably just
Oh,
something wrong.
no.
They have
Yeah.
bad connection where they're at, so it could just possibly be that. But there's the link. Hopefully the link works for you. If you
Yes.
can just click on that link so you can do your donation, we greatly appreciate that. If you yeah, so yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm just responding to that just because I know.
Yeah,
that
I would say I hit the link and it looks like it goes to it, so hopefully it works.
Yeah, but they're also
Mhm.
overseas and poor connection,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's really frustrating.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's compared to Romeo and Juliet or the Little Mermaid. Oh God, which Little Mermaid?
Oh,
The
no,
Disney
no,
Little
let's say
Mermaid or the Sea
The
Foam
Little Mermaid?
or the
Yeah.
Sea Foam Little Mermaid?
That one's pretty fucked up.
Oh yeah. But while we're waiting for that,
Ooh, Brothers Grimm would be a cool pod topic. Something from
not
the
Disney.
Brothers
So the
Grimm.
original Little Mermaid story. Oh,
Ooh.
beautiful but sad. Oh man.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Not Disney at all, she says. Not Disney.
No.
Nope, nope, nope.
I would see Mojo. I would love to do a Brothers Grimm episode. That's a good idea.
Well, yeah, that would be really, really fun. Actually, Mojo, I sent you a message on Discord whenever you get a chance. All right, so my favorite weird snacks. You guys already know that I love pickles and I eat pickles with fruit candies, right? Another weird snack that I love, and whenever I babysit and I would make it for the kids, they really, really love it. And so what happens is I get a flour tortilla, right? And then you just smear it with peanut butter, and then you sprinkle it with a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of sugar. If you don't want to use sugar, you can use honey, and you fold it into a burrito. And I call it a peanut butter burrito. And
That
delightful.
oh, it is so
Oh.
good. And every single person that I would babysit, this is like the one thing that they would ask for. And then their parents would be like, they asked me for something weird. They asked me for a quesadilla, but they want peanut butter. And I'm like,
Oops.
actually, it's a
So-
peanut butter burrito, and it's literally just peanut butter, cinnamon, and sugar in a flour tortilla. You can make it for them if they want it. Go ahead.
All I can
Because they'll
think
be
is
like,
like
peanut
adding
butter burrito? Like, the what?
Yeah, adding to it would be like adding apple or adding strawberries and like having fruit added in. Like, just sounds. Oh, it sounds so good.
So when I was growing up, I think we had the white trash version of that. And it was literally white. It's bread, right? It's bread
Mhm.
with peanut butter and maple syrup or honey on it. and it's,
That
that's
that
it.
also sounds.
You could add cinnamon if you wanted to. I mean, yeah, it was good. You could toast it too if you want to get fucking fancy. But me and Vulgar also, you know, in our definitely not potato baked ways, would take, you know, tortillas and make peanut butter jellies in the tortillas, like, you
Oh,
know,
that's
and
good
then
too.
cook it like on the like a
Oh,
quesadilla. It's so good,
yeah. I've
but it's
seen
so
that a
fucking
lot,
messy,
and
but it's
I've
good.
always wanted
Mhm.
to.
So that sounds delightful.
It really does.
It's one of the most
Making me
popular
hungry for
Korean
real.
folk tales. The fairy and the
Ooh.
woodcutter.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it to you
Interesting.
guys? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Do
right.
I'm
it.
curious.
Do
You
it.
guys ready for story time? I'm gonna read the fairy and the woodcutter,
I'm
which
ready.
was brought to us by the amazing Mojo Jojo, and she just sent me the link, and I'm kind of curious. So here we go. Since we've got some time and we've got different things to
Yeah,
talk about,
absolutely.
Mhm, mhm.
I'll tell you guys about a couple of the things, but I want to read this. There once was a poor woodcutter who lived with his mother. One day he helped a wounded deer escape from the hunters. As a show of gratitude, the deer informed the woodcutter of a nearby pond where fairies came down from the heavens to bathe every month. The deer pointed out that the woodcutter would be able to marry one of the fairies by hiding the fairy's winged clothes, her only means of flight. Oh, that's tragic.
Rude.
Aw.
This just
Rude.
makes me think of like the
Mhm.
Maleficent movie where her wings get completely like,
Yes.
Oh my
oh
God,
man, oh,
yeah.
that hurt my heart, you guys.
It was so sad.
Yeah. He could then come to the rescue of the stranded fairy. The only provision the only proviso everything was to be kept secret from his wife until they had at least 3 children. With these instructions, the woodcutter was successful in taking the fairy as his wife. And they had 2 children together. Content and happy, the woodcutter now felt comfortable enough to prematurely come clean. He showed his wife the winged clothes. Upon seeing her wings again, the wife could not help but feel a pang of yearning for home. She decides to return
Aw.
to the heavens, taking the children with her. That's why,
Good for
like, she
her.
wasn't attached to the plane anymore. You needed that
Good
third
for
kid to make
her.
her attached to that plane, but
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Mhm.
it is as bad as Maleficent getting her wings torn off.
I was like,
Oh,
good for her. Good
imagine
for her.
imagine like this is the equivalent of
Mm.
her like finding out that she was violated by getting her wings taken away from her and being
Yeah,
trapped in this world,
exactly.
but this
I
is the
mean, she was
equivalent,
yeah, she was not. It didn't really seem like it was like free choice. Yeah.
but like it's also like the equivalent of, oh my god, there was a reference that I completely forgot. I'm sure it'll come back. I'm sure it will come back. Oh god, oh god. Okay, so there's more to the story. With this unexpected turn of events, the woodcutter was highly distraught and once again turned to the help of the deer. This time, the resourceful deer presented the woodcutter with the magic beans that would allow him to reach the heavens by the way of a very long beanstalk. Familiar.
Magic beans.
Familiar.
Interesting. What the hell?
Is that Jack?
Whoa.
Jack, is that you? Did you go and visit Korea? Did you try and get
I would say
yourself a
that's
fairy
very
wife?
interesting.
The overjoyed woodcutter reunited with his wife and triumphantly passed the series of tests that were required for
Damn.
all mortals who wish to live in the heavens. Oh, it's not as easy as the fairies where you can eat fairy food and be stuck in the fairy realm? Okay. You gotta do some
Okay.
you have to
Gotta
do
jump
some
through some hoops
marathon.
here.
Ew.
Yeah, you gotta do some stuff. All right.
As time went
Interesting,
by, the
interesting.
woodcutter began to worry about his mother, whom he had left behind on Earth. The wife, who understood the woodcutter's feelings, provided him with a winged horse that would safely take him down to Earth and back. The wife also warned the woodcutter never to go off the horse at any point. During the trip, however, the woodcutter spilled his mother's hot porridge on the horse's back, and as the startled horse reared up his legs, he was knocked off his back, and the winged horse flew back to the heavens, leaving the hapless woodcutter behind. The woodcutter was never able to return to the heavens again. Sad and alone, he later turned into a rooster that crows its grief to the skies.
I want to say I feel bad for him, but I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
But I mean, maybe she liked him in the end. I don't know.
she let him she let him move to
let's say,
to
I guess
heaven
she
with
was
him,
like,
and then she also
well,
gave
he
him
kind of just got
a mode of
let's say-
transportation.
I mean, well,
Mhm.
he kind of just came. She was
But
like, "Oh
like,
shit, you took a
why didn't he
beanstalk.
just
Oh,
find
I guess
another?
you
Why
could
did he
stay."
not find some more magic beans and just grow another beanstalk? It's how he got there the first time.
They're very limited supply.
I guess, but if you really wanted to be reunited with your family, then you better start
You
hunting
wouldn't
for some
stop,
magic
yeah.
beans.
Well, it's crazy that like I can't believe that's it's Germany, right? Where Jack and the giant
Beanstalk?
beanstalk?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting that they have such like a similar. I wonder if there's something about beanstalks like some that was like,
It's icky, Mojo. That is icky. Like, it's almost as bad as like
yeah, but say she left, so it's like
Syndrome. Maybe
yeah,
she
syndrome, yeah.
allowed him to move
Mhm.
to heaven with him because of that. So basically he forced
He
her.
kinda just like
He imprisoned
up-
her, forced her even more so by making her bear children. And
Mhm.
then because of Stockholm syndrome, she's like, "You can come to heaven with me." Sadness. Okay,
Seriously.
so moving on to the next thing that
she
I
did
wanted to
say it
ask
was
about.
beautiful and tragic.
Right? I liked it though. That was a good story. I liked it. Okay, so LilFoxxy,
Yes.
you mentioned that kitsunes gain their tails after a specific amount of time, right? So how much time did they have to surpass to be able to get the next tail?
I believe it was 100 years.
Okay,
Yep.
so my question to you, my dear
That's what I
lady,
recall.
if you did this on purpose, how come your model only has 3 tails? Is that relating to you in the same sense that Kitsune's? Is it every 10 years you add a tail to your fox?
Not yet, because I would only have two foxes, 2 tails. As I'm 20. Wait, that's 10, not You know, my brain just turned off thinking about that one.
I was just thinking about it and I'm
Brains
all
be
like,
braining.
wait, she only has 3 tails. And so I wanted to know if you purposely had 3 tails for a significant reason or if it was like a visual thing that you wanted to do.
So it was a significant reason. It was because I love the number 3. And now learning about how you earn tails as you grow older, I'm definitely thinking like, oh, well, maybe eventually I'll have 9 tails. You never know.
Yeah.
But I just really love the number 3. It's always resonated with me, and so I wanted my both my OCs, both LilFoxxy and Foxo, because this little guy's name is Foxo, to have 3 tails.
So now that you've done research on Kitsune, are you thinking of factoring that in as like a change for your model in the future based on like right now you're stuck with 3 tails because you're under the under the 30-year mark, but you know, I was just
Right.
wondering if that will eventually influence the changes to your model because of your relation to the Kitsune.
Honestly, with a lot of the lore and like stuff that I've researched from the Kitsune, a lot of it I feel is definitely going to go into my own backstory lore, and I definitely could see myself down the road having all 9 tails, having a 9-tailed model.
I love that.
So you mentioned that this is your first podcast ever. I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Oh, I'm so honored.
I am honored.
Yeah.
But
Yee.
how
You did so good.
was the research for you? Did you enjoy the process? Was it like stressful? Like what was your like how did you feel about the research segment of
What's your
the
creative
podcast?
process?
'Cause, yeah.
I would say a little of both. It definitely helped, like sitting down with you on call and like getting notes and like being like, okay, so this is kind of how I do it. And then I kind of took what you said and I jotted it down when we were in call, and then I went back to those notes and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start with like the videos and I'm gonna make notes, and then I went from making notes to actually like formatting it into like a research paper basically. And I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, I had to make time for it, of course,
Yeah,
because
Right,
you know,
right.
it takes a lot of
being a
time.
Adulting.
busy
Yeah.
person.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
reason why we do this once a month.
Yeah,
That
adulting.
makes
It should be like that.
It does take time. I was worried that I wasn't gonna get the research done in time because I think
It's
it was
just that
this
stress
past
build up.
weekend
Oh yeah, but you did
that
it.
I
You
did it.
knocked it out the
You
park in
did. It
2
was
or 3
great.
days. I was impressed, girl.
Thank
I was so
you.
impressed.
Thank you.
So I wanted to share something with you guys because you told me what your things are, and I mentioned Yokai Watch, and I found your yokai in the anime. So let me show you guys
Yes.
yokai. So this is the yokai for the Kappa. This is one of them. There's actually a lot of Kappa in the yokai series.
Oh yeah, that's it's very popular.
It
The
really
Kappa
is.
is like so popular. Yeah.
Okay, and we've got one for the Kitsune as well.
Oh my
Oh, that's
god.
fabulous, bitch.
That's beautiful.
That
I
is a
love the colors.
This
that
one's
is
this
such a
one's name
diva.
is Cube.
Oh my
Yeah, it
Yeah.
goodness.
is. That is a diva ass.
Isn't it gorgeous? But yeah,
That's beautiful.
I wanted to show you guys because I didn't think any of you guys were going to mention Yokai Watch on yours or do any research on it, and I'm just like I got to show them.
No, yeah, absolutely. That one's really cool. I like that one a lot. That one was so pretty.
And
The
then
gold and purple.
I asked about your favorite snack. What is your favorite mixed drink? Do you have one?
Ooh. I do actually. Well, I guess I don't as much anymore because I don't really drink. I'm more of a stoner.
Yep.
But
As
when
Right.
I
Right on, right on.
Yep, yep,
Checks
yep.
out for us. Yep.
When I did drink, which was actually in my younger days, even though I'm not that old, and when I say that, I'm like, what do you mean? I think it was sweet tea and uh Tennessee whiskey honey.
okay.
It always tasted
Ooh.
really good.
I've had that before. I used to do shots of those when I used to do shots. I don't do shots anymore, you guys. I'm too old
Oh
for
god,
Yeah,
shots.
I
I
wasn't
can't do
that
shots
classy when
anymore.
I drank. I used to drink Old Crow.
Oh
So
god.
my
No, she said
favorite
oh God.
my favorite drink to order. Oh. My favorite drink to order, and this is made in every single bar I've been to, is there's a specific drink which is sometimes served as a drink or a shot depending on where you go on it, and it is called a Scooby snack.
Ooh.
And it is my favorite shot drink, and it's my favorite sip drink. And I just like I first originally ordered it because I'm like, Scooby snack, of course, I'm Velma,
I
of
mean, yeah,
course
you
I
gotta
want a
try that.
Scooby snack.
Mhm.
Then I drank it, oh, and I was sold. It's so delicious. It's got Midori. It's got the green Midori. Yeah, the melon liqueur. It uses peach schnapps. It's
Ooh.
got whipped cream that they mix in. If they don't use whipped cream, they use some kind of cream based
Ooh,
alcohol
that
like
sounds
Bailey's,
delicious.
and then they sometimes
Ooh.
use banana liqueur. So it's like this tropical. This it's like this
Oh.
tropical shot. So if you guys have never had a
That sounds
Scooby snack,
delicious.
I suggest if you want to try something new and find a drink that's enjoyable, I really enjoy the Scooby snack, followed by the mojito, then the pina colada and margaritas. Those are my favorite drinks.
I only really I didn't drink for like 4 years because I had to get my gallbladder out and then I just didn't drink for
Ooh.
forever. But
Fair.
and now I have to alter my drinks because I talk about this sometimes, but I can have sugar, but I have to watch it. So like now I just have flavored water, like zero sugar
Mhm.
flavored water and vodka, or a dirty Shirley, but with like diet soda. But sometimes I like a normal dirty Shirley. Like I'm a basic ass bitch. Like give me some vodka and flavored water,
I mean, I wouldn't
or
say
dirty Shirley.
basic. I would say you're being smart. You're taking care of yourself because technically you're hydrating as you're drinking.
You know, I'm thinking smart. You know, that's
Exactly.
definitely what it was. It's super cheap too, because well, the vodka's not necessarily cheap, but like the
Yeah.
added ingredient is just flavored water, and they're like $1. So I'm like, fuck it,
It's like this
you know.
this is fine. This works.
But dirty Shirleys are really nice because I mean, I just get like Sprite or like some kind of like clear soda,
Mhm.
grenadine
Grenadine
and
is amazing.
vodka.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
sounds
cherries. You
delicious.
gotta put cherries in there.
Sounds
Yeah.
delicious. All right, so
God damn it, Redneck. He said I got a box of Bud Light I've been working on for like a year now.
Oh my god.
I hate beer, except for root
I
beer
do
beer.
too. Yeah, I love root beer.
Beer
I
is
hate
so
beer,
good.
but my
They
boyfriend, oh my
make
god,
they
he
make beer
loves
that
beer.
tastes like root beer, and it's delicious.
I've had that. Not your dad's root beer? Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I've
I can't
heard of
drink it
that, but I
anymore,
still
but
haven't tried it.
Oh, it's
it's so
good. It's
good.
good. It's good.
Not your
I
father's root
likes
beer,
it.
maybe?
That's the one. Not your daddy or not
Yeah.
your father's root
Yeah,
beer or
something like
something like
that.
that.
Something like that.
See, I'm not the drinker in the relationship. That's my boyfriend.
Roxy, please no. Okay, so
The
in
drinker.
some when you were talking about kitsunes, you were talking about
Mhm.
how they were often seen as spirits of prosperity, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so there's actually some cultures and some belief systems that believe that if you are reincarnated into a fox, it means that you did some bad things in your previous lives and now you're cursed to
Oh.
live out the life as a a
Damn.
fox in that series. And that's why
Interesting.
that's why it was kind of interesting that for you it's seen as something prosperous, but in some cultures
Mhm.
if you're reincarnated as a fox, they see it as like you did some mischievous sneaka things in your previous
Yeah,
life.
because a lot of the times foxes are tricksters or mischievous, and
Or
they're
swipe or no swiping,
exactly they're not
Uh-oh.
seen in the greatest light, and I'm just over here like, but they're little babies, they're precious babies. You be nice to my foxes.
But yeah, so some people actually like see foxes as like bad spirits or a bad omen, and they avoid foxes, and they truly believe that some people
Well,
that were reincarnated as foxes is
so
paying a toll of being
you want to know what? And we kind of touched on this before. Rabies. I truly
Mm-hmm.
believe it's because foxes are some of the highest next to bats. They are some of the highest
Yeah,
carriers of rabies in the world.
sadly.
So it would
Hey.
make sense to make a legend or folklore around, avoiding foxes because they'll fuck you up and give you rabies. So people would be like,
Mhm.
"Oh my god, it's demons! They're giving me demons, but they're giving you rabies."
Yeah, it's like we don't
So,
actually know what this
yeah.
is because we
So
don't have that type of technology.
absolutely. So they just think it's demons or something, and I mean
Mhm.
it makes sense. Like avoid foxes because you'll become a fucking demon, but you're just getting rabid.
Yeah.
You're scared of water and everything. That I can't imagine what without knowing. Of course, people would think that. Like,
Mojo called out that the spirit that I chose for the yokai watch is an old ass fox because it had so many tails.
yeah,
What's it called? Stoner?
Yep.
it's the study of rocks. All right,
And then
everyone knows that. Oh, redneck caught the.
Mojo said depends on my mood, but sometimes a dark and stormy or a Mai Tai. I don't know what a dark and stormy is. What is a dark and stormy? That sounds yummy. I've
scroll
had
up
Mai
here.
Tais before, which they're all right. But dark and stormy, what on earth
Yeah,
is a
Mojo, you'll
dark
have
and
to tell us
stormy?
what the dark and stormy is.
Mhm.
Actually, I could probably look it up right now. 1 second.
You're gonna look it
Right.
up for us?
Wait, we have Google at our fingertips.
That's
I have
true.
the
We do have
internet.
the Googleizer next to us. We've got the
Mm.
Google. Here we go. Here we go.
So, a dark and stormy is a highball cocktail made with a dark rum and ginger beer served over ice and garnished with a slice of lime. Lime
Wow.
juice and simple syrup are also frequently added,
Fancy.
similar to a Moscow Mule.
I love Moscow Mules. Oh my god, I love Moscow Mules too. Oh.
I've never had any of that.
Oh.
Not a one.
And yeah,
Neither
I'm
have I.
sorry.
No, I just don't. I've had a lot of like fruity, iced drinks because that's when I stopped drinking like shots, like just doing like shots, just with like,
Jack.
back in the day, I didn't care about that. Oh, hi.
Hi, the Bear Project. I haven't seen you in so long, so I freaked out when I saw your name. Hi. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I lost it for a second there. A cold glass of blackberry whiskey does it for me, says the Bear Project.
Ooh, raspberry whiskey
Mm.
sounds
So
good. I don't even drink whiskey, but that sounds nice.
I make my own beer. I make my own butter beer. As you guys know, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I mean, I've got the tattoo and everything. So I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter. I don't appreciate the politics behind that nowadays. But
Yeah,
I
sadly.
remember it as something that I got
We
lost in
disown
and
that
lived.
person, but we
Yeah. like I
appreciated
lived
this,
this was something that was important in my life when I like,
mhm.
for me at the time it was very inclusive, so for me my
Yes,
memories
yeah.
for it's hard to separate it
That's why
from,
it makes it
you
so
know.
crazy. That's in my opinion.
Right.
But anyway. Yeah.
My favorite is actually the it's the last one. It's the very, very last one because it's the peak of it all. And then the more popular one that people like is the third one. The third one's my third favorite, and you guys are gonna hate me, but my fourth one is my favorite. My second one is the fourth book, but that's because I really love the book and I really love the tournament, and I like the concept of the other schools getting like introduced and seeing all those other
Mhm.
schools. So for
Mhm.
me, yeah, Deathly Hallows is one, but I really, really enjoy the fourth book a lot because I really enjoyed the tournament segment of it. There was a lot of Quidditch in it. It was interesting to me. I loved it. And you got to, there was some bangers. There was some like, what during that? Like there was a lot of like, holy crap, I am getting hit
Yeah.
left and right with things I didn't know was gonna happen. So here we go. So it definitely like, yeah, it definitely just, oh man.
I like Goblet of Fire and then the first one.
Okay,
Movie
I
wise. I've
do
never read the books.
agree with that. I love the Harry Potter series, but I love the Fantastic Beasts series. Like I that's also a really good series. I'm kind of disappointed with what they did to Johnny Depp and all that stuff with that one because he was far better. But it's okay. It's okay. But I do enjoy the Fantastic Beasts series, but the Harry Potter ones are much closer to my heart because of the nostalgia related to it, you know? But anyways, oh god, I almost forgot. So the reason I brought this up is I make my own butterbeer recipe,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
I actually include ginger beer in that recipe. That's why when you guys said ginger beer, I'm
That
like,
sounds good.
yeah. I also make some pretty delicious butterbeer jello shots.
Mhm.
Because I
God, I
used
haven't had a Jello shot in many fucking moons, my
Oh
dude.
god. I've never had one because I hate Jello.
I love
Ravenclaw as well.
Jello.
I'm a Ravenclaw with a little with some Slytherin tendencies for sure. Oh man. But yeah, I make because I used to do parties. I used to do Harry Potter parties during Halloween. And so my
That's
friends would dress
adorable.
up as their house and I would make a board and print out hourglass and I would put stickers on them based on who won what. They would play video games against each other and whichever team won, they got points on the board. Whichever one like did like we did I even made like the cards. I printed out the entire cards of the Cards Against Humanity, the Harry Potter series. I actually printed all of those into cards and
That
I
would probably be
used
pretty
those
funny.
for my party trivias. And so I learned how to make butterbeer by making my own version of what I imagine butterbeer to be. The other thing is I would call it fire whiskey, which is cider, and we add a shot of Fireball inside of it. And then there's
Ooh.
and then giggle juice
Pickle juice.
was yeah, I called it giggle juice and it was a Shirley
I like that.
Temple.
That would get me. That's what I want. Dirty
You
Shirley.
want the giggle juice,
I love
don't
it.
you?
Yeah, I do. I love me some giggle
Yes.
juice. It would be giggle juice
Yeah,
that I would love.
I take a cider and then I put a shot of Fireball in there and we call that the fire whiskey.
So
It's yeah.
I haven't had Fireball just because I used to drink something called Aftershock, which is literally just Fireball, but it has like sugar cinnamon crystals at the bottom of the container. It looks really cool, but I had a really bad experience with it. So I can't. I still. It's hard to smell cinnamon at this point. Still, you know. I'm like, ugh. You just have
That's
one of
fair.
those boozes that you smell that make your tummy like really upset immediately. Whiskey's like that too. I can't because of all the Old Crow. Ugh. I used to drink so much Old Crow because I didn't, back in the day when you're younger, you don't really, well, at least for me, like I was like, oh, I want to get drunk, so I didn't care so much, you know?
Felt.
Oh
Very
my
much
god,
felt.
Mojo is
So
adorable. She says, if you have enough of the giggle juice, it turns into jiggle juice.
dude, you can. So I don't know if Britter's Bear is in chat right now, but you can ask her. That is accurate
Oh
as
my
fuck because we
God.
went and we had some drinks at this arcade together, and you gave me a few drinks, and it is jiggle juice. I start dancing everywhere.
Let's
Fireball's
see.
very popular these days, and so
Oh
are the
yeah, the cinnamon
little
vixen
buzz
gets me.
balls.
hmm
Oh God, yes. I've had some
Cinnamon
wild
vixen.
experiences with Fireball. Yeah, I think we all have. The cinnamon
Oh,
devil
yeah.
gets you guys. The cinnamon
They
devil
do.
gets you. They get you. They
I
get you.
never recovered.
But I
I
don't
never
know.
financially recovered from that.
I actually have to drink. I have to take shots of Fireball when it's like in the fridge. I need it to be cold. I can't drink it hot because when I drink
No,
it hot,
fuck no. It's
it
cinnamon.
triggers.
Yeah, no.
But I know someone that we went and did a golf tournament,
Oh my
and
God,
they did shots of Fireball in the heat, and I'm just like, oh,
Thank you,
oh,
Flex
oh
no.
no.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Thank you for saying you're enjoying the stream. I hope you guys are enjoying the
I
stream.
love you, Flesh
We're doing
Toast.
it for a great cause, the GLSEN charity, and we're just having some fun talking, getting to know each other. And like I said, we just enjoy this a lot. Just taking a shot of
Doing
tequila
that
and
in
then
the
chewing a big
sun
red.
Is disgusting, dude.
Yeah, drink. Yeah, but I've seen people drink it warm, like just like room
No.
temperature, and I'm just like,
No,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
go
no,
away,
no, no.
go away.
No,
You're
no.
already, you're triggering me. I'm not even the one
Okay,
drinking it, and I'm
so-
triggered.
If you're doing that, and especially in like the heat and shit, either you are a demon and you ain't right, and I can't trust you, or you're about to get really sick and you're about to be throwing up everywhere,
Mhm.
So
and I don't want to be near you. So please,
do
I
you
beg of thee.
do you put them
do
in the
not
same
drink that in the heat.
category as the people that eat Kit Kats on the side and just take chomps, or people that
Okay, So,
or people
Okay,
that
no,
bite
first
into
of
the
all-
bubble tape instead of peeling the bubble tape?
so okay, no, well, peeling, that's just savagery. All right. First of all, I won't have it in my house. All right. Second of all, the Kit Kat thing. So I don't necessarily bite into the side, but Vulgar makes fun of me because with Kit Kats and Reese's, I'm really weird with like food, and
Do you
I will
eat around
the
it and then the
sides.
center?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I bite the.
that's what I
well,
do with
bite the
Reese's.
sides. Yeah, I do it with it, and I leave like a little nubbin for me to hold, and then I eat the rest of it. But with a Kit Kat, I'll eat the round on the
Mhm.
sides too, and the nubs on the side, and then I'll eat down the layers. You know what I mean?
I do the
But-
same.
Each layer, yeah. So
I like
Do
eating it
me.
layer by layer. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I want to take it apart. I want to dismantle that Kit Kat. You know,
I'm
Kinda
lust.
like- you know, I lust for the layers. I
But
need it.
damn, I can't. Yeah, we all Ghoulish Bites. Of course, food is gonna get bought up. I mean, Bites is in the title. Last time
Right,
I blame
yeah.
it. Last time I blame it on that sturgeon picture. That sturgeon picture made us all hungry. Okay, we saw a live
I mean,
fish being caught, and we're all like, yes.
I could eat. I
Mm.
could eat. I could do it.
Like, you know what? I'm kind of hungry.
You know what though? We are getting close.
Are we?
to
Oh
some
shit!
cream
Let me.
pies.
Should we get the pies going? Yeah.
Do you
Should we
want
get the pies
well,
going?
I'm gonna say it depends. What I don't know what you're gonna need. I don't know how you're like if you're gonna be able to see well after. So I don't know how close you want to do it to when you're writing out.
I told him 10:40 to come downstairs, so hopefully he comes downstairs. If not, I'll call him right now.
Okay.
But before we
me
go, I
get
do have
Vulgar.
one last thing that I wanted to bring up. I found it interesting that no matter what we did, I know this is all yokais, but we still found a connector, and I just found it
Every
very, very
time.
crazy that me and Meso's periods were like the same period. But then I was just like
getting ready.
Bakeneko and Kitsune's.
Mhm.
Like it just gives them like the more like they just get more and more powerful as time progresses, and it's crazy because with a Bakeneko, like they eventually like every 10 years after, like when they hit 40, every 10 years after they like there was like something that they grow a tail like the foxes do. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and get this set up. But yeah, so I just thought it was kind of crazy when you brought that up. I couldn't help it. I'm like, wow, because I knew about kitsunes. I knew the basics about kitsunes because I loved Ninetales, and that's when I first discovered kitsunes was through Ninetales. At the time, I'm like, what? But
Yeah.
we're ready for the. Oh, he's not answering. But I'm trying to.
Oh,
Get
I'm just
hold of
getting
him.
it ready. You're good. No rush, boo boo.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously within the period. But
Yeah,
we'll-
I'm
we'll
trying to
cover
make sure he
2
comes
minutes.
down here when I need
Yeah.
him. Jinja.
Get him prepared.
But thank you for everyone that donated. I don't even know how much money was raised. Then I
It's
don't
been
know.
crazy.
I
It's
don't
been
know
fucking crazy.
since
It's been
like since
$400?
Namvin's donation on. I don't know. Like I don't even remember what we ended with
Try to make sure
Namvin.
you can
It's
see
just that
me.
we just kept on hitting him out the park. You
So
look,
cute.
she is very cute, isn't she? She's just the
No,
cutest.
I'm very
Yes.
short.
Oh,
It's hard to get a good view. Oh, I don't like this.
uh-oh, he's getting the whipped cream ready. All right, so Ginger, you're gonna do 2, one on the face and one on the boobs. Because we
Boom.
raised
Okay,
far
I'm
beyond
gonna try
what we
to do two if I have enough
expected.
whipped cream left.
Oh God. Oh God.
Where's
oh no.
Aries? I wanna make
There's
sure
no
there's no
towel.
animals.
There's no towel. There's no towel.
Mine
oh,
is
no.
sugar free, so I gotta make sure my animals aren't near me
My
because
beautiful
it
hair.
will murder them.
Oh no, my
Oh,
beautiful
no.
hair.
And we don't want
My
that.
makeup.
Oh,
It's
my
gonna.
gosh.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, I can hear him.
Oh,
He's
dear.
going ham right now. Can you guys hear him? He's like squirting.
I heard a
He's
little bit of cream.
He's creaming it.
Oh my
I heard
God.
a little cream.
Wait, where didn't wasn't Wino smart enough to put a towel over his headphones so he didn't get them messed up? Oh my God, that was such a good idea. Whoever did
I'm
that
gonna
for when they
remove
got
mine for a
pied, they
second.
oh God.
I had a
All
shower
right.
cap.
Are we okay? So thank you for raising. Can
I'm
someone
probably just gonna go
calculate
in the
how
shower,
much we
honestly.
raised? And this is for
Yes,
all of
please.
you
What we get to
crazy
All right, baby.
sons of bitches that help us raise
Hold
money
on
for
one
such a
second.
great
Let
cause.
me get some cream on my plate
Same
here.
time or different?
Are we gonna do
It's the
face?
same.
Are we gonna do chest first and then face?
That's up to you, boo.
Okay, take off your glasses.
Let me pull my hair back.
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
say,
I'm
let
like,
me pull
take
my hair
off your
back.
glasses, please.
So
Oh, my
chest
forehead.
first?
Oh no. Okay, we're gonna take off the headphones so that they don't get sticky and gross because I
Gotta
don't like
count
it.
three, like-
All right, so she's
chest
doing
first?
her hair.
Everyone,
Yeah,
get
she's
ready
doing
to
it
clip.
too. Vulgar's gonna get her. Vulgar's gonna get her. All right, is Vulgar ready?
You're gonna do it.
All right, I'm gonna count down with my hands. Are we ready?
Wait, face or boobs?
All
Chest
right.
first.
Chest, okay.
Chest first.
You see me?
And then face.
So you're my
So I'm
eyes.
gonna count
Goose.
to 3.
You got it.
You got it?
All
So I'm
right.
gonna count down 3, 2, 1, you're gonna go. And then we'll do it
Okay.
again.
Okay. I can't see, so you have to verbally.
3. She's like, 1.
Oh my goodness.
I can't see.
I'll do the counting.
hold
You're
on, hold on.
scared.
Let me
I'll
get
do
the
the counting.
headphones.
Are you ready?
Let me give the headphones to Vulgar. Hold on.
Uh-oh, she's fixing her hair. Come on. We're trying to get this in before we have to read out. All right. Are we ready? Go on. I said 1.
Oh God.
Thank you. Okay. You didn't have to push it in. Did he not do it? Oh.
All I heard was what?
This is a brand new dress.
All right.
Too.
Are you ready for the face? Oh God, you guys. Okay.
All right. The face one will be more.
All right, are we ready?
synchronized. I believe there's gonna
3.
be a delay. There's a delay. There's a delay.
Oh, that puppy
3,
wants the whipped cream.
2, 1. I said 1. Well,
Give me 2
oh my God,
hours
the
to do
dog.
this
The
makeup.
dog is like licking up the ground.
my
I'm apparently Mrs.
God.
Doubtfire now. Give me a second here. I'm gonna grab something to wipe them
There.
face while the dog licks the whipped cream from the ground. Oh God.
I want to say thank you for this nomination and this cream pie, I guess, to my face.
Pretty big.
got
and,
one
and
that
the
make it
boobs.
wet for
Thank
me.
you. Thank you. It took a very long time,
God,
so I'm
sorry.
glad I could cream it up
Okay.
real
Hey,
good.
at
Like
least you-
I'm gonna
I can't
go-
hear you, but hold on. Let me just like
Oh my God,
I'm-
Daku compared to
Oh my
fucking
God.
Meso.
Mine didn't stick as much because I am.
the ones in the eye is what hurts. The eye is what hurts, you guys. The eye hurts.
Maybe it's
the eye
because
hurts. The eye
sugar-free.
hurts.
Yeah, I bet it does. Go wash your face, baby. Go.
The eye hurts so bad. The eye hurts. Hold on.
Here, Bubba.
Oh
Here,
God.
here.
Thank
This
you.
is for you guys.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Listen.
God.
Black
But that's
collar.
because of you guys. We got
Yes, thank you.
pied on our
guys.
boobs, pied on our face for
Their
raising
faces.
how much, you guys? I don't even know how much, but you
How much did
guys
we raise? I can't
knocked all of the
fucking
goals.
see.
For those of you guys that donated 50 or more, I will reach out to you guys and get your addresses to mail for your
Okay.
pins. Here is the custom pins again for the winners that already won. So we've got the Daku 1 pin up top, and then we've got the Daku switch pin in the bottom. So that's what we've got. Hold on. Thank you, dog, for being so helpful. The dog is like having the best time right now. The dog is just living the best life right now. But thank you, you guys. I heard some cream pie was happening. I'm here for it. Yeah, you missed it, but I'm sure someone clipped it, and if they didn't, someone will eventually clip it. But yeah, we got pied on the chesticles and the facesticles, you know, all of it. All of it. We did get a clip. Okay, thank you, you guys. Oh my God. Okay. Do I look like a mess? Am I good? Am I okay? All right, here we go. Let me sit down and get back my headphones now that my face is less sticky for sure. The sticky. Oh God. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead and get my headphones on. But I believe I was supposed to raid over to someone else, but I think after this we're gonna be heading over to, oh my God, my nose. The nose and the eyes, you guys. So like clip the pie part or what? Yes, clip both parts. Yes. Oh my God. Maybe we can have it as like as like all the clips that we took from the charity events as a slideshow during the Christmas special for the year or something like that. That seems like just have a collection of different clips from the different charity events that that basically were clipped so that we can have like a memorial at the end of each year of all of the things that we accomplished this year. Like I said, we're just getting started this year. This is our second charity for this year. Our first one was AIM, and we knocked our goal and our numbers out of the park. And then we've got this, which is our summer one that we did, which is for GLSEN, which is an amazing cause. You guys saw a little video. And yeah, well, I can't believe it. Like, wow. And now we're day one, stream number 4, and we're already at 1407 out
amazing.
of our
That's
1500
crazy.
goal. And that's all because of you guys. That is all because of you guys, and we're so grateful that you joined us for this, that you guys are willing to give your time and open up your pockets to very important causes. And you know, it's just really, really nice to see how many people were so willing to partake in this and help. You ready for a boop? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Boop. You guys see Daku with mess up makeup, but that's okay. You guys saw Daku with no makeup like yesterday. I didn't, not yesterday, Thursday. I didn't stream like too long. I did a very short stream that just talked about the charity event and all that stuff. But here, are you whining? Here.
Poop's like I wanted. Me too, puppy. Me too.
Shit.
Welcome
So
back.
I want to say right now, my makeup staying on is an endorsement of All Nighter setting spray, baby. Look at this shit. Look at it.
You
stays
look
the fuck on,
amazing,
brother.
That's why I said your
yeah.
makeup looked amazing even after the cream pie, because I was like, it didn't smudge.
It didn't move. It didn't move.
That's on primer. That is on moisturizer, primer, and setting spray, bitch.
We're doing great, Crossfuller. Welcome in.
Decay.
We just got tied in our chest and face for raising enough money with this. Aw, thank you, the Bear Project. My shirt's like sticky, but it's okay. I'll change after this, and I'll get into the BCC chat and chat with them.
Right.
Oh, there! Exactly. If you guys wanted to see the clip, T-Shane flipped it right there for anyone that missed it. We appreciate the clip. But we got the boop redemption for Lau Lau. Hopefully you're here. Welcome in, Crossfuller. For those of you guys that just came in, we are we are raising money for GLSEN.
My hair.
And we're with the Black Collar Collective, and this is the Thicc and Spooky Ghouls podcast. And we're here. We talked about some yokai, and we were here hanging out, just chatting about different topics and just like raising money for a great cause and bringing awareness for a great cause. And
it's been amazing.
We hit so many goals. We got pied. I've got pins to mail and people to just send messages.
We got pied in 2. We got 2 pies each, and we only thought we were gonna get 1. We came in here thinking we only maybe gonna get 1 pie. We got 2 each.
I didn't even think we were gonna make it, but I was still prepared, you know. Meso, not Meso, LilFoxxy, I seriously enjoyed your company. I really hope you had a good experience with us.
Very honored and grateful.
But also, I just wanted to also thank you for I hope you enjoyed your very first podcast, first and foremost.
Yes, and choosing us.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a great experience. And oh my God, I can't believe this was your first podcast. And I'm glad you had fun. And we raised money for a really great cause. And your topic was intriguing. your model is of course always adorable. Sorry guys, my headphones are trying to give you guys a
Oh.
seizure. Let me hide those headphones.
Yep.
They're going crazy right now.
They said,
But I'm gonna go ahead and start getting us all set up. I think I did put the command in for the raid. I think I managed to do
I
it.
have it with me. If not,
All right. So
thank you guys
with
so
that,
much.
did anyone tell us the total of what was raised? Because
I
I
was saying,
can't
what was
even
the
keep
total?
track. I don't even know. It was just crazy. But whatever, like, thank you for helping us raise that much money. We hope to continue raising more money. And for those of you guys that couldn't afford to donate, that's okay. You being here is a lot. And like I said, time is valuable. Everybody works to get paid, and you have to give your time to get paid. So for me, I see your time as like the most valuable transaction. So we really do appreciate you guys choosing to hang out with us. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the train ride. This is only stream number 4. We've got more to come. We've got some amazing people, and like I said, we have someone coming in tomorrow that's a part of the GLSEN charity
It's gonna be amazing.
charity group, and they're gonna be here
Luke
talking
Blankenship.
in Drag Vegas stream. So come on and check us out tomorrow. I have the schedules posted in my socials on Instagram, on TikTok, and so we hope to see you guys here. Everybody copy and paste that raid message. Let's already get warmed up and ready and take this party over to the amazing Wino. I believe that's who I'm supposed to raid to, right? That was the changes.
Let me
is
double
Wino.
check.
I believe Wino was the changes, so I just want to make sure
But
that it's correct.
It's always good to double check because you know my brain is soup.
Me.
Oh, that's because I'm not even. I was like, where is it?
Okay, it is. We're taking it over to Wino. It's on the GLSEN 2024 thread. If you scroll up, it shows the changes to the schedule. So we hope you guys enjoy the time. Oh, we got to do our outro. Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
So we do a little outro, LilFoxxy. And so
Yeah.
I say the first part, and after I say what I say, you say and then Meso finishes it. So I'm going to say my part. You're going to say your part, and Miso's going to say her part. We're really bad at this, though. We're really, really bad. Okay? We have yet
Okay.
to perfect this. 10 episodes in and still struggling. Okay?
Maybe one day.
All right.
That's
so
okay.
we'll stay thick.
And
You stay spooky.
We did it!
Ooh, sorry, it's a
Oh
pretty
no!
good one.
Why aren't you letting me
Ooh.
raid? Why isn't it letting me raid? I'm so stressed out right now. Let me raid.
Let
no.
us out. Choo choo.
Maybe I shouldn't have put an @ Is the @ what fucked us over? Yes, there we go. All right, everybody, hang in there, buckle in, get your seats. We're gonna continue on to the next streamer. Hope you enjoyed the train ride. Enjoy the rest of the train ride. We'll see you guys really, really soon. And again, we love y'all. We appreciate you. Thank you for giving us your time. Let's go ahead and show
Yes.
Wino all the love.
Yeah.
Wino is amazing. So let's go
Oh,
in 3,
get in
2,
there.
1.
One.
Raid!
Yeah. Get in there.
Guys, we did
that was
Amazing.
awesome.
it.
It was so good.